Tell me, what are some of those red flags?
They have strong values. I'm Republican.
Conservative, yeah.
Conservative values, Christian values.
Okay.
Very important.
Okay.
Damn. They heard Republican, Christian values, all that, and said, get your ass out of here, bro. What's going on, y'all, man? We got breaking news. Did you know that if you're far right or MAGA, the amount of pussy you get drops down tremendously? Almost to zero. I don't know if y'all knew that, but hey, this video is talking about it today, bruh. MAGA, why a Trump vote is the ultimate dating deal breaker for women. Video by Truth from the People. Let's get into this, man. Let's go. I got a lot of things to talk about in this video, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's go.
And can you imagine fumbling multiple generations of women all because you think that they shouldn't have bodily autonomy?
Across the country, more and more women are making one thing clear. A vote for Trump is a deal breaker. Dating apps, first dates, long-term relationships, everything is shifting. In this video,
and that's the reason why I saw this this TikTok of this dude, and he was saying, bro, I ain't gonna lie, when I be talking to girls, I have to cloak the fact that I'm MAGA and I'm Republican. Like, I don't really say anything about it on social media. I don't do anything about it, but behind closed doors with my friends in Discord, yeah. Crazy.
We'll hear real stories from women explaining why this choice matters. Listen closely. Their reasons may surprise you.
Conservative men are literally like, my politics are like stopping me from getting laid because when women find out that I just don't think they should have like rights and I just perceive them as like walking baby machines or sex objects.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, bro. When you want to get with a girl and she finds out that you don't want her to have rights, that you don't want her to have bodily autonomy, it makes her be like, you feel me? It makes her be like, no. That'll turn them off completely. Of course it would, bro. Of course it would. No sane woman is going to be with somebody that wants them to just be a fucking sex rag doll, someone that just cooks, cleans, and fucks them, and that's it. You feel me? Most sane women ain't doing that, bro. And you know what's so crazy, bro? A lot of these Republican women are chopped. We're going to get into that towards the latter end of the video, but there's a reason why Republican dudes still go after liberal women. It's because they look better, bro. Most Republican women that are young are fucking chopped. Look at, what's that one girl, that opinionated girl, the one that Israel be paying like 7 bands to every post? Her, nigga, chopped. Holy.
They don't like me anymore and they don't want to have sex with me. So like, can we just talk about something else? No. We're going to talk about this and you're going to have to...
I ain't gonna lie, she look good. Anyway, let's get back into it.
Do you consent to a second date?
Do I have a last question? Who did you vote for?
Bro, you're Asian and you voted for Trump? Good God.
But with that comes a lot of things.
Heart is broken. I enjoyed my evening with you, but I have to stick to my morals and my principles.
And this is why conservative men are having the toughest time dating right now, because never before has your vote told a woman exactly what she needed to know about you.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to wonder if you're a misogynist. You voted for one. She doesn't have to ask you, how do you feel about women's rights, immigration, Medicare, Social Security, free lunch for low-income kids, racism, feminism, without even having to go on a single date.
I ain't gonna lie, all you Republican dudes, just wrap it up, bro. Especially if you want to get with a bad black John or a bad Hispanic John. Wrap it up, bro. Just wrap it up. Because I guarantee you, as soon as they see that MAGA on that bio, or they see that hat, or they see the fact that you do Republican things, they gonna be like, oh hell nah. They gonna part from you like Moses in the Red Sea.
With you, you told her everything she needs to know. That's why that woman only needed to hear you answer that question for her to realize it's a hard pass. And a lot of women are giving you men a hard pass for the same reason. Because even if you say, no, I did it because of the economy, what you're saying is profits over people. You're saying
And I ain't gonna lie, if anything, what the fuck has Trump done for this economy since he's been in office? Them tariffs have done nothing but just spiked up goods, spiked up everything else. This recent government shutdown had everybody fucked up. What the fuck is he doing for the economy? I'm not saying that he's as bad as what Joe Biden did for the economy, but bro, what the fuck has this nigga Trump done for the economy? And if people want to bring up his first term of like, oh, things were so good back then, and it's gonna be a repeat with this term. Bro, no. The only reason why that first term was so good for the economy was literally because he was riding off of the back of what Obama did. That's literally what happened. And now that he doesn't have a good financial space to ride the back off of, we're seeing what's happening right now.
if you have more than enough, you wouldn't dare help somebody who needs it.
But tell me, what are some of those red flags?
They have strong values. I'm Republican.
Conservative, yeah.
Conservative values, Christian values, very important.
Okay.
Damn. They heard Republican, Christian values, all that, and said, get your ass out of here, bro. You feel me, bro? I'm telling you, bro. When women hear Republican, they hear all that, they immediately think, oh yeah, this dude does not give a damn if I have rights. He does not want me to have rights. He doesn't want me to have bodily autonomy. He doesn't care about immigrants, stuff like that. He don't care about Nathaniel. And if I was to get with him, it would literally be hell. So of course they pop they fucking balloons, bro.
Recent articles show that Trump staffers in D.C. are having a hard time finding dates. Again, yeah, this happened in his first term, too. And there's something deeply ironic about a party pushing for a conservative baby-making agenda that can't get laid. But all jokes aside, I really think that the biblical traditional family push and the inability to find partners are linked. Because while women are constantly blamed for the falling birth rate and marriage rates, etc., at the end of the day, this has to do with male loneliness. Yeah, patriarchy bites men in the ass, too. Did you not see Barbie? We all know that dating is more partisan than ever. In D.C. alone, the number of singles who want to match within their own party jumped from 45% to 58% after inauguration. Across the country, 73% of college-educated women are less likely to date a Trump.
Damn, hold on. College-educated singles are less likely to date a Trump supporter. Single men, 32%. Single women, 52%. High school has 44%. College-educated, 73%. Damn.
Trump supporter, and more men are going right and women going left. So even if MAGA is in the majority, straight young men are left with fewer and fewer options to date. I mean, this was obvious even a few years ago when apps like The Right Stuff couldn't even get female users, not even when they offered free premium subscriptions.
And also, some of the biggest proponents of the right are people who get no pussy, bro. Look at Nick Fuentes. Who else can I think of off the top of my head? A lot of the incels that are in these communities get no poom poom, no play, no nothing, bro. And if these people do get play, it's like their first time and they're like 30 or 40 or something. You feel me?
So men's only community becomes this echo chamber of hating women who won't date them and masculinity. The thing is, their version of masculinity usually just means dominance.
They speak liberal, they have liberal friends, and then they go online and they are a white supremacist.
Oh boy.
This is Vera Papasova. She spent the last year dating far-right men in New York City for a story for Cosmopolitan magazine.
Oh shit, they far-right in New York City. Oh boy.
Sat down with. It was really difficult to have some of these dates because they were so insecure, because they don't really know who they are and they don't know how to figure that out.
She said the men she dated got all their news and information from the so-called manosphere.
They did not listen to anything else. They're only listening to independent media, and they're only listening to men talking to men. They love the UFC guys. They love the MMA guys because those guys do what they can. They're modern gladiators. They're badass.
What's up with guys trying to hide their political preference these days? Like,
I've got a friend and she was going to go on a date with this guy. We found his Instagram. His whole closet is, what's it called? Like wolves, not sheep. Like super right wing. All of his posts are American flag related, whatever. She asks him where he stands and he's like, oh, I'm not political.
Oh, brother.
Your Instagram says otherwise. Your story post about Donald Trump and Elon Musk and this and that.
That's so crazy. The fact that there's men out here that gotta hide their political stance because they're just trying to get some play, and they know damn well if they said that they were Republican, Shorty's pussy would just get super drier than the Sahara Desert, bro. Man, hey, when women hear that you don't give a fuck about their rights or their bodily autonomy or the way they move as people, tends to make them get turned off. Tends to make them get a little turned off. You feel me?
Otherwise, like, stand on business if you're about it. But as soon as you want to go on a date with a girl,
yeah, they can't stand on business with it.
I'm apolitical. I'm not really into all of that.
If
I
they
don't know
did,
what's
they'd get
going
no
on.
pussy.
All parties are the same. Really? I thought we were wolves, not sheep. Like, what's up with that?
If you voted for somebody who repeatedly bashes marginalized groups of people, bashes minorities, bashes women, has no respect for them at all, yeah, that says a lot about your character, and that's unattractive to most women because that's an ugly trait to have. It shows that you condone those behaviors. Young women are shifting more left, and if you continuously shift more right in response to that rhetoric, then yeah, it makes you more unattractive to them.
Being a straight white dude that likes Trump but is only into liberal women is a lot like being in the closet. Because it's like they're going to ask you about it eventually. And you have to say what we all say, which is, yeah, I don't really follow politics. But like, there's levels to this, man. You got to be discreet. You got to be really good at it. And
Bro, I would hate to have to move around like a fucking MI6 agent around my girl because of my political stance, bro. That is insane, bro. Imagine lying about that shit, harboring that shit. Y'all get married and then she finds out. That'd be fucking insane, bro. Hey, if you're gonna go into something, be yourself with it, bro. If you want to be right, cool. If you want to be on the Republican side, the MAGA side, the far right side, cool. Just expect to get less pussy, bro. You feel me? Just expect to get less pussy, bro. Or just expect to be with chopped Republican hoes. Respectfully.
It's not that hard once you get used to it. You just like lie a lot. If you can just lie really well, you're
gonna lie your way into a fucked up marriage,
just,
B.
Make them think that you aren't really into politics, and everything works out. It's totally fine.
I don't think I need to waste my breath explaining why what he is suggesting is unethical and wrong, and moreover, why multiple men saying things like this online is actually backing up the claims liberal women make about Trump and the kinds of men who would support him. If you are starting off a relationship based on lies, particularly lies around your core values, then you are foregoing her ability to actually consent to you, and you are a sleaze.
Yeah, and a relationship built off of lies is going to fucking crumble eventually.
Way that young men in this country got it into their heads that voting for Trump and voting against the rights of women would make them tough guys. So bonkers to me. Nothing could be further from the truth. And I know a lot of you
Which is so crazy because, bro, the more masculine approach, the more alpha male, alpha wolf approach is to be on the progressive side, is to be for women's rights, for all that stuff, for women to be on equal footing as you. Because as the man, if you're able to just lay back, you feel me, not fucking just try to control this woman, you feel me, not only will she be more receptive to you, the relationship will just be better, you feel me. And the most masculine thing you can do is be nonchalant with everything. The most masculine thing you can do is be nonchalant. Let the girl do what she want to do. Let the woman do what she wants to do, bro. I'm telling you, the most masculine thing to do is to be progressive, is to be for women's rights, is to be for women having equal footing just like you. You feel me? That is the more masculine approach, because with that, you're bringing on the more stoic side of you. And isn't that what y'all preach in masculinity? To be stoic, to be all that? I'm pretty sure no stoic man is out here controlling his woman and telling her, oh yeah, cook, clean, do this, that, and the third. Fuck your rights. Fuck the abortion shit. Fuck all that. You feel me? No stoic man is out here trying to meticulously control his girl, bro. None of that. You feel me? And you will see when you try to control a John, that's how they leave you, bro. That's how they fucking leave you, bro. All these red pill dudes, all these far right dudes try to control women and they end up leaving you, bro. They end up fucking leaving you. Look at Myron, bro. His John left him for a for a fucking rollerblader because he tried to control her, bro.
52% of white women voted for Trump too. And 52% of white women should cross to the other side of the fucking street if they see me coming. I will deal with them in my own way.
Oh, yeah. And also that whole 52% of white women, those are probably like older white women. Not younger white women, older white women. So.
Right now, I want to speak to the young men. And I just want to ask, do you think that the Punisher would be okay with the government trying to control his wife's body? Seriously, this is a thought experiment. Do you think Frank Castle, the Punisher, the super tough badass you all pretend to be in your fantasies, do you think he would just sit back and take it when the government tried to control his wife's body? Or another one of your heroes, do you think Thomas Shelby would be okay with men in power forcing the woman he loves into a life-threatening medical procedure that she doesn't want?
So you think all these Machiavellian dudes that y'all look up to, do y'all think that right now in 2025, do you think that they would go for that shit? Do you think that they would let the government try to control their wife's body? No. You feel me?
Do you think that John Wick would be okay watching his wife bleed out from a miscarriage in a fucking parking lot because she can't get a termination of pregnancy procedure to save her life? Because I don't think they would.
What's your political identification?
I would consider myself a left-leaning moderate.
And how do you feel about Republicans?
I think there's a big difference.
I ain't gonna lie, she look good as hell. You feel me? Anyway.
Between Republicans and Trump supporters, though.
What's the difference?
I think that Republicans kind of pride themselves on conservative values. I don't think they run on hate, but in contrast, I do think the Trump campaign runs itself on hate.
And would you be friends with a Trump supporter?
Yes, only if they were receptive to education.
And would you date one?
No.
Why not?
I am a pansexual woman of color, and I think from what I have seen in the Trump campaign, I don't think I could be with someone whose values ever aligned with those. I just think that...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, having a difference in opinion is cool, but I don't think I'd ever date nor be like buddy, super friends with a fucking Trump supporter. You feel me? If you my mans and you a Trump supporter, I can't. I say I'm gonna have to push you over there. And if you're a girl I'm talking to, or like considering dating, and you fuck with and you're MAGA, one, I'm gonna have to look at you like, bro, you're stupid, because they don't give a fuck about you or your rights at all. And two, I'ma just get away. You feel me? I can't date you. I'm sorry.
That would be really disrespectful to myself.
So you know how there are those people who are breaking up with their boyfriends because their boyfriends voted for Trump, and everybody's like, oh, well, it's just politics. People can have differing opinions. No. Yes, people can have different opinions, but not when it comes to human rights. Like different opinions when it comes to like pizza toppings, or like what's your favorite ice cream flavor, or like what's your favorite color. Like different opinions, yeah, that's completely valid. Like you can't be racist or sexist or homophobic.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you have a difference in opinion based on ice cream, and you're like, oh, I like cookies and cream, and another person's like, oh, I like mint chocolate chip. That's a difference in opinion. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, that is super serious though. If you like mint chocolate chip over cookies and cream, we might have to fight. We might have to get in a scuffle. But you feel me? That's a difference in opinion. What isn't a difference in opinion is, hey, I want to be able to, if let's say, God forbid, something happens, like I'm a woman in this stance, bro. Something happens to me and I get raped. You feel me? I want to be able to abort this baby, push come to shove, if this month, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between the fucking opinion of the ice cream and the opinion of women's rights. You feel me? That's a difference in opinion. This is not. We're talking about human rights here. You feel me?
And just be like, oh, well, it's just my opinion. Like, no, it's not an opinion. It's just, you're just being a bigot.
I need the Republican men to hop on their burners and give me a quick
They showing, I ain't gonna lie, truth from the people. You showing some good looking women in this video. I don't know how old she is, but man,
explanation as to why they won't
She look
stick
good.
to their own kind. I live in Washington, D.C., and with every new administration comes new people. And one would think with a whole like 92% thing and just like the general partisan makeup of this city, very democratic, one would just assume where I stood. Also, I'm not walking around town in a cheap polyblend suit wearing a cubic zirconian cross around my neck. Those are your people. Those are your girls. But okay.
Yeah, they don't go. Republican men don't go for Republican women because Republican women are chopped. Most Republican women are fucking ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is the majority of the reason why Republican men go for liberal women, bro. Because the women on their side, or at least the young women on their side, butters, straight chop rice.
Fine, approach me. One cannot blame you for having taste. When I make it clear where I stand, and then I ask you where you stand, why the beating around the bush? Why the avoidance? And in general, what is the obsession with wanting to date liberal women? Liberal men aren't going after conservative
I think another reason for that is because they want to like switch you. They want to like, oh, I got with this liberal woman, and then I changed her. I changed her mindset, and now she's a Republican woman, and now she cooks and cleans for me, and yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to have that switcheroo story. They want to have that, oh, I got with this liberal woman and I turned a Republican. That's what they want.
women. Conservative women, does this not piss you off? You don't have liberal men pretending like they voted for Trump in order to get you out on a date, to buy you dinner. Why do conservative men do this?
By now, everyone has seen or heard of the fact that conservative men are struggling in dating in this political climate. Here's a fucking thought. Change your mind. Be open to changing your mind. It's not that deep. I know mommy and daddy will be very upset if you so much as open your mind even slightly, but it's okay. It's okay. So here's a couple of takes on this. Number one, there's a lot of girls stitching saying if that they see that a man is conservative on a dating app, it's a double right. And I have a one up on that. If I see if a man is a double C, I call it a double hit. A Christian conservative, fuck no. Because that doesn't happen overnight. That goes to show me that you come from a long line of Christian nationalists who are on board.
You come from a long line of Christian hate. If you're white, racism, all of that. You feel me?
2025. That's immediately what I jump to. That tells me it's not just you, it's me. Because we would not get along. I would open my mouth and you'd be leaving the dining room table. It's all right. It's all right. We'll just move along. Number two, these men don't even know what they believe. They don't even know what they believe. I saw a quote the other day, can't even remember where I heard it, but it was someone saying that there's a difference between what you are taught and what you believe. And I find that through and through with these conservative men. These conservative men oftentimes have no idea what they even believe in, because I no longer argue with people on either far side of the aisle because they're just too far gone. So what I do is ask why? Why? What policies, what procedures, what evidence suggests that that was a good move have you found?
And they're over there. Oh, I guarantee you, when she asks them that question, they're over there. You feel me?
Good reason to do that. And they can never answer me. They can never answer me. Or the answer is solely lied and hating on the other side. So when you ask a conservative man about a policy and he talks about, well, fucking Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden. I'm like, okay, yup. Joe Biden's a war criminal. Like, we get that. Like, he needs to be impeached. He doesn't even know where he is. He just Roombas around. We get it. But what will your side do to fix that? All of it.
And that's where she cooks
Biden,
them.
Nancy Pelosi, and Hillary Clinton. Like, can we just fucking get over that? My God. Oh, and Obama, too. They love that. But if your political opinion doesn't lie in research and or you can't back it up, come correct, stand on business with your political opinion, and or it lies in hating the other side, your political opinion is null and void to me. You literally, like, you don't even have a political opinion to me. You don't even get to have a political opinion. They're that political alliance because it is the alpha male thing to do. It is beta to be a liberal man. It is rooted in hating and control of women.
Which is so crazy because the most alpha thing you can be is a liberal man. You feel me? The most alpha thing you can do is be a progressive man. Why? because you're taking on that Machiavellianism that I literally just said the word. I don't know why I can't fucking that nonchalant type of John. You feel me? You're bringing on that, and that's one attractive to women, but also attractive in life, bro. You feel me? And I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you, bro. If you make the switch from Republican man to liberal man, and you like really do your research, really start going down, what the leftist pipeline? I don't fucking know what to call it. But yeah, you go down that, and I guarantee you, bro. Not only are you gonna be more knowledgeable, you're gonna get more women. You're gonna get more women because women. Oh, newsflash: women fuck with people who want them to have rights, who want them to have bodily autonomy, who want them to do what they want to do. You feel me? They fuck with somebody who's not trying to control them. You feel me? All you Republican men are trying to control women, and it's not fucking working, obviously.
The only thing that they have to hold on to in that political alliance. Women are going to have political opinions. We're going to have strong ones. It's not the 1950s no longer, bruv. No longer. And I will not shut my mouth. I will never shut my mouth. And I will absolutely not shut my mouth for a man. We are out here begging men to take a look in the mirror, and they are not. And they will not.
For many women, it's not just politics, it's values, safety, and respect. They're seeing red flags in beliefs, behavior, and attitudes tied to the MAGA movement.
Women probably across the board feel more safe around a liberal man than they do around a fucking Christian conservative Republican man. I guarantee you.
These stories reveal why a simple vote has become a defining line in modern dating.
Men don't hate powerful women. They want to domesticate us. In the same way that they see a wild animal that they want to turn into a house pet, that is what they want to do to women who are against the status quo. Women who are outspoken, who have a lot of money, and who do things that are not associated with traditional femininity are absolutely a threat to men, which is why you will see so many conservative men constantly swiping on liberal women on dating apps. They know that we want nothing to do with them, and they—
Bro, I saw a TikTok of this black woman. She was talking about her finances and stuff like that, and she revealed, yeah, I'm a millionaire, I do this, that, and the third, and she making hella money. There was somebody in the comments talking about some DEI hire. I knew that nigga was pissed as shit. It was some white bull with like blonde hair. I know he was pissed as shit seeing a black, much less a black woman, making more money than him, living a better life than him, doing all that. I know he was good. And a lot of these Republican men are good as shit when they see liberal women getting more money than them, living better lives than them, and realizing that they don't need them, you feel me? And a lot of these like Republican far-right dudes, when they get money, they lead with money. Myron Gaines leads with money. Walter leads with money. Fucking Andrew Tate and all them niggas, they lead with money. You feel me? Akash, that nigga led with money. You feel me? And you see how that shit goes, bro. Once the money dries up, or once the money isn't enough, they dump the shit out of you. Why? Because they don't need you. They don't need that shit. You feel me? And when you lead with money, lead with all the superficial shit, that's how you get fucked up in the dating world.
See that as a challenge, because their ultimate goal isn't just to find a wife. They don't want someone who already loves them and is already subservient to them. Instead, they want to take a woman who would never consider that lifestyle and break her down to the point where she is then his servant, where she cooks all his meals.
Let me see that
and
again.
Break her down.
It's the biggest mistake I've made in my life. He was an emotionally abusive gaslighter with no sense of boundaries or respect for women. He stalked me for 4 months after I broke up with him. He is now a vocal white supremacist. Don't date a conservative guy. Just don't do it. God damn.
to the point where she is then his servant, where she cooks all his meals, where she stays in the home, where she births his kids. That is their fantasy. And that is why right-wing red pill content is so popular right now. Because at the end of the day, they have a white knight fucking fantasy that they can go in and rescue women from all their responsibilities and tame them and get them to behave like true women. And that's fucking disgusting. And that is why I will never, ever go back on a dating app.
True
because
women.
every single man that
Ew,
swipes
that's
on
so
me
nasty.
falls into this category.
You are too close-minded since you won't date.
Every woman is a true woman, bro. A true woman can't even be defined because true women are everywhere, bro. Everywhere. Different shades, different colors, different personalities, different all that, bro. Every woman is a true woman and a real woman. You feel me? So that whole, I'm gonna get women back to their true state. What do you mean? What do you genuinely mean? Because I guarantee you, these quote unquote true women that you're talking about, the ones back in the 1940s, 1800s, whatever, the ones that were in the house, the nuclear family, the whole cook, clean, and all that, bro. Some of them were doing that shit against their fucking will. I guarantee you, some of them didn't want to do that shit. But they had to. They fucking had to.
Someone just because they voted for Trump. That is what my client said to me. So my client and I were having a conversation, and she is still adamant that this man that she wants to set me up with would be perfect for me, and we would be a perfect couple if I could just get over this one little thing. And I said, it's not a little thing. It's a huge thing. It's a deal breaker for me. Absolutely. And she just kept telling me that I was being too close-minded. And I said, absolutely not. I'm not being close-minded because it's a deal breaker. He voted for a rapist, which tells me that he is willing to bend on morals and values that I hold dear. And he's willing to allow someone to break the law and assault people because it will still benefit him in some way. So he's willing to vote for a rapist because he's still going to financially benefit from the taxes that Trump has. I don't want to be around someone like that. It tells me I'm not safe around that person because that's not a deal breaker for him. My daughters aren't safe around that person because that's not a deal breaker for him. I said, it's not being closed-minded to have a boundary that anyone who's willing to compromise morals and values and anyone who's willing to accept sexual assault on women, racism, misogyny, homophobia.
Well, not to cut her off real quick, but Republican men, how the fuck do you think being in a relationship with a liberal woman is going to go? Y'all are going to be beefing every day. I hope y'all know that. Because, one, y'all are on two opposite sides of everything. And two, y'all are literally going to be... no sane girl wants to be with somebody who puts up a fucking middle finger to her rights, her job rights, what she can do as a human being, all that. No sane woman is gonna be with somebody who votes for and actively wants to see the world go in a direction where it's fuck women's rights, fuck all that shit. You feel me? No sane woman wants to be with somebody like that, bro. So to this lady's point with her client, it's not a little thing. It's a huge thing. It's a fucking huge thing, bro.
All of these things, if someone's willing to accept those things from a person because they're going to benefit in some way, I don't want to be around those people. They're not safe. I'm not safe around them. Neither are my kids. So I guess I'll be a close-minded motherfucker because I am not entertaining or dating anyone who voted for Trump.
Yeah, shit. Lock the doors in my mind, nigga. I'm closed-minded as a motherfucker with that. You feel me? Hell no. What you mean, bro? I am not getting with no fucking Trump supporter woman, no none of that, bro. Because not only have you voted against fucking my own shit, because them niggas is racist as fuck, you've also voted against the rights of my friends who are gay, my sisters and mom and all my female friends, you feel me? You voted against all that. So it's fuck you, of course.
Or give a MAGA man a chance.
No. Are you a MAGA man?
I wouldn't say I'm MAGA, but I do support conservative values.
Okay.
That's the soft way of saying I'm MAGA as fuck. That's the soft way of saying that.
I agree with the deportations, though.
Yeah. Wait, you agree that they should be deported?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh.
Illegals.
Even though the majority of ICE deportations so far this year have literally been of people with documentation. people with legal documentation, that is the majority of people getting fucking deported. It isn't criminals. It isn't, oh, get the illegal criminals out of here. No, it is fucking working class people with papers, with all that are literally getting bum rushed and kicked out of their homes and thrown in internment camps. I don't know how you could see what's going on with the ICE shit and not be extremely mad and mortified. But with the side that he's on, I'm guessing most of his news is just get the illegals away. All the illegals are bad. Yada yada.
Well, everybody's illegal. It's a stolen land.
So I've been posting a lot about the political tensions of young people today, where young liberal women do not want to date young conservative men. And I get a lot of angry comments from men who say, I always laugh watching women's liberal social conditioning fighting with their own instinctual needs and desires. Women crave traditional masculine, usually conservative men, but can't bring themselves to date one. It's why liberal women are so miserable and far less happy than conservative women. I don't know about conservative women being happy. I usually just see them crashing out all the time. And a lot of these quote unquote traditionally masculine and conservative, bro, that shit, no. Y'all the biggest people in that far right arena is Donald Trump, who is some fat white bull who has had no need to be traditionally masculine or none of that. And Nick fucking Fuentes, who's a skinny ass white bull. Not even masculine at all to the slightest, you feel me? Women crave traditionally masculine, usually conservative men. Women crave masculine men, but not masculine fucking assholes. Not motherfuckers who say fuck their rights and fuck their bodily autonomy. You feel me? Not people like that. Some women think that they don't want conservative men, but they're wrong. So let's talk for a minute.
Say some women do want masculine men, but they don't want a conservative man. They don't want that.
About what it is that women are actually looking for from their partners today. The dating app Hinge just released some data a couple weeks ago talking about what women are looking for from a partner. And they report that the top 3 characteristics of a high-value partner for a woman include being emotionally available, being responsive to and acknowledging their emotional needs, and being a consistent communicator. Women are simply looking for emotional intelligence from their partner. Women were also asked about the expectations they had around financial contributions of a partner. And only 8% of women indicated that they expected their partner to be the sole financial provider in the relationship. The vast majority of women simply expect men to contribute financially to the relationship. So this trope that men need to be the providers in relationships is deeply outdated. Women do not want this big, strong man who needs to be dominant and who provides in the relationship. Women are simply looking for effort, looking for emotional intelligence. They're looking
Which
for
a lot of y'all don't got. Especially y'all conservative men. Y'all don't even know what the fuck emotional intelligence is. Some of y'all are barely intelligent in the mind as it is, you feel me?
Someone who's going to show up and contribute in the relationship. You don't want to be your mom. Instead of telling women that they're wrong about what they actually want, you should try and listen a little bit harder about what it is that they say. This gets back a little bit to this idea that women want men who are going to value their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. If you don't see women as people, they're not going to want to date you.
If he was conservative, would you be able to date him?
No. What do you mean? I can't date a Republican conservative man. You're talking to a brown woman. You're fucking Palestine then.
You could date a conservative man. It's just at the end of the day, it's do you still believe in the same social issues that I do? What is your main focus and why are you voting for
maybe you might get a date, but no sane woman is looking for a long-term relationship with a fucking conservative man. They're not doing that. They're not doing that.
The party.
The good thing most women don't want to date Trump voters. Men who love Donald Trump struggle on the dating market.
Oh, 100%. If we see a man who says he's conservative, it is an automatic swipe left. It does not matter what he looks like. And me personally, at this point, if I see a man listed as moderate as well, it's usually a swipe left too. Because
does
we all
moderate
know
mean?
what that usually means now. I think the fact that conservative men absolutely refuse
What does moderate mean in terms of the political space? Let me know. Please let me know, because I don't know what moderate means in the political space.
listen to women when we try to explain to them why we don't want to date conservative men, and then they choose to proceed to be conservative, and then immediately complain that they're confused as to why women don't want to date them, and they don't know why, is an ironic perfect embodiment of like the lack of critical thinking and self-awareness. You know, like the ability to step outside of your own experience and listen to others, that the Conservative Party embodies as a whole, making a lot of women like me not want to date them. And a lot of this is trending in the news right now because the Conservative Party is about to launch their new dating app called The Right Stuff, in which I'm willing to bet every penny that I've ever made that the usership of this app is going to be about 90% men and 10% women with limbs.
And that app is going to shut down within a year. I barred you. I swear down. That app is going to shut down within a year. Within a year, it's going to fucking shut down because those dudes are literally just going to be swiping through a bunch of men because not a lot of women are going to be on that app, bro. At least not a lot of good looking women, bro. On the progressive side, we got hella bad Johns, man. We got hella good looking women over here, man. You feel me?
As the second part of their name. And I know the immediate complaint is
because good looking women love when you're not an asshole and you actually give a damn about them. You feel me? And that's every woman. That's every woman. You feel me?
so y'all are so close-minded to anything, which embodies a lot of irony coming from the right alone.
Yeah.
But that's not true. One of my best friends used to be moderate, and our friendship ended for different reasons, kind of. But a lot of his close friends were conservative men, so anytime I would go hang out with him and hang at the house, you know, there were a lot of those guys around. And we'd all hang out and get along really well and talk about a lot of these topics very respectfully, and I really value all the conversations we had because they were great guys to have conversations with. To the point where I almost got drinks with one of them to hang out and catch up not too long ago. But when it comes to a partner or a life partner especially, those things become exponentially more important to have in alignment. At the end of the day, if you're someone who's voting against my rights and my family members' rights, that means that you don't think that we deserve to have the same rights as you. And I would never date someone who doesn't see me and my family members as equals.
There is an epidemic of conservative men trying to bait and switch strong progressive women into being with them. And I know I'm not the first person to talk about this, but I'm just going to share with you a conversation that I had today. So a couple nights ago, I was back on dating apps, and honestly, that's on me. I usually have them turned off, but I was curious. So I took a peek and I matched with a guy and we started talking. And in my bio, I have listed that I have very high standards for men these days. I say that I have worked really hard to build a life that I'm really happy with, and I'm really only interested in meeting men who are willing to meet me on my level. I also have in my bio, absolutely no MAGA. That's the exact wording. I'm very clear about it. So we start talking, and
she's very clear and precisely what she wants. I like that.
About these high standards of mine, and I said, well, I could share them all with you, but it might scare you off. And he said, send them to me, I can handle it. So I did, and there are probably 40 items on this list. One of them, by the way, is that I'm looking for a liberal or leftist guy. And some of these things on this list are things that I'm willing to be a little flexible on. Some of them are really hard limits, but they're all things that I'm looking for in my ideal man. So he responds and says, okay, I can agree with you on most of those things. And I said, okay, which things don't you agree with? And he said, oh, it's not that I don't agree. It's just that I have a couple questions on a couple things. And I said, ask your questions. Go ahead. Let's hear them. And he sent me his questions about a couple specific things on the list. And I answered them as fully as I could. And then he sends me this.
I don't want to feel like someone's mom rather than their partner, you know? Yeah, I get it. What about like you being a traditional wife? What do you mean by that, Lo? Like as home, you know, cooking, cleaning, laundry, sex. And you thought with this text message you was going to reel her in, huh? Someone who literally has no MAGA in her bio. You thought this text was going to reel her in? Oh, brother.
Surely you jest. What on earth gave you the impression that I was into being a traditional wife? What about my bio? What about everything on that list? What about just the way I've been talking to you, sir? Mind you, this man's bio says that he's the total package, which I was already heavily skeptical of, but I thought I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. Says that he cooks and cleans and takes care of the house and his cat. So it's taken him a whopping 15 minutes to reveal that's a total lie, and that he's looking for someone to do all these things for him. So I tell him that I have zero interest in being a 50s housewife or someone's bang maid. I said that I'm very independent. I own my own home. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of hobbies. I'm reiterating what I said in my bio at this point, but I said that I'm very ambitious, and that's not what I'm looking for. And I'm more than willing to do half the laundry and half the cleaning and half the cooking, but I want someone who's a true partner. And then this happens.
I have much higher aspirations for my life. So would you help with the yard work, shoveling snow, moving the Mowing the lawn, raking the leaves. Why would you sit inside? Who said I would? I do my own yard work now. So obviously I'd be willing to help with all that. When I said 50-50 partners in the household, I meant all things. And there is nothing wrong with being 50-50 with shit. You feel me? Like, oh man. I don't know why he's tripping, man. There is nothing wrong with being 50-50 on things, bro. And I do want to ask some of these Republican men a question, like, do you want a woman cooking and cleaning, doing all that, but you don't have a woman right now? What do you do? Like, how does your apartment look? How does your house look? I guarantee you some of these Republican dudes are fucking have the most smelly, atrocious places of living because they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to do none of that. They just expect a woman to do it for them once they get with that woman. You feel me? My mom taught me how to cook, taught me how to clean, all that stuff, because she was like, hey, when you get with somebody, it's going to be a half and half thing. Like, hey, sometimes they'll do it for you. Sometimes you have to do it for them. You feel me? And I'm completely fine with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you Republican men, some of y'all probably smelly as shit or don't even know how to cook it. Couldn't cook yourself out of nothing. You feel me?
And then he stopped responding, which was a little disappointing. I was kind of interested to see how much farther down his throat he could stick his own foot. But I was disgusted by this. This isn't the only time I've had a guy like this try to dupe me into being with him, and I've gotten faster and faster at sniffing them out pretty darn quickly. But I just never cease to be amazed that these men think, what, we're going to fall for them and give up all of our goals and standards and ambitions to be with this person, to be with a man?
To live their dream. To live their dream. Not your dream. Their dream. You feel me? Fuck no. I will never put myself in a position where I have to diminish myself, diminish what I want to do, diminish my dream to then go around and do something for someone else's dream. Fuck no.
In lifetimes and not want to spend one of them cleaning up after a man. Absolutely not. I am incredibly smart. I am incredibly driven. I have so much going for me in my life.
Talk it.
If the choice is between be with someone and cook and clean and do their laundry for them all the time and be on my own, there's no competition here. It's not even a choice. I am perfectly happy on my own. Why would I give that up to be your maid and your mother? Absolutely not. Get out. I don't know what these men are after. I don't know why there are so many of them and why they seem to be increasing in number. I don't know why they think they're being so sneaky. They're not. It's actually quite easy to figure you out and what you're after.
Because the women on their side is straight chop rice.
I don't know why you think we're going to fall for you, but it's just a really unsettling, pretty disturbing trend that I know many other people have noticed. And I don't really know what to do about it.
And can you imagine fumbling multiple generations?
Hell, I ain't gonna lie. Truth from the people coming with them heavy hitters. Woo! She looked good. Anyway, let's get back to the point of this video.
Women, all because you think that they shouldn't have bodily autonomy. Multiple dating apps since 2021 have come out saying that women will not date conservative men. Like 55 to 77% of women on their apps say it's a deal breaker. All because these bozos just had to vote for somebody who is found liable for SA. Ladies, I think we can do better with those numbers. And if you agree, make sure to hit all the buttons. Leave a comment if you have also sworn off conservative men.
What we're seeing
I ain't
is
gonna lie, I got hella female friends with stories about some of these conservative dudes. One of these conservative dudes like stalked one of my friends and we were about to get bro jumped. But, you know, he ended up going away once he realized, oh yeah, I'm gonna get fucking harmed by being a creep. You feel me? But yeah.
It's a dating trend.
It's
a cultural
There's no hope for these conservative men. You feel me?
shift. Women across America are refusing to compromise on their values, their rights, and their safety. A Trump vote represents more than a political choice. For many, it signals beliefs that conflict with equality, empathy, and respect in relationships. These voices matter because they reveal what women are no longer willing to tolerate.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, shout out to Truth from the People for this video. bro, the right is the party of incels. So I knew that this shit was coming at some point, bro. And hey, it sucks to say, man, if you're on that side, man, the amount of women you get, the amount of pussy you get is just gonna wah, 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 wah. Because like I said, like I've been saying in this video, bro, women don't like somebody who literally flips a bird to their rights and says, oh, fuck you and your bodily autonomy. I don't want that for you. I want you to be controlled by me. I want your money to be, I want your money to be controlled by me. I want you to cook and clean and suck my dick and that's it. You feel me? Most women don't want that, bro. Most women don't want that, bro. So I guess my lesson in this video is to really think. My message to Republican men, really think about what you believe in and what you're putting your trust in. Really think about that shit. Because a lot of y'all really don't know what y'all believe in. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know why you're MAGA. You don't know why you're on the right. You don't know. A lot of y'all trend hopped. A lot of y'all just hopped on this shit because it was a trend. And shoot, some of y'all were lonely and y'all wanted to find a sense of brotherhood. Y'all could have found that anywhere else, but y'all decided to find it in the far right space. But yeah, just really think. Why do you believe in these things? Because I guarantee you a lot of regular Republican men don't believe in a lot of the stuff coming from the right. They do believe that women should have some rights. They do believe that you shouldn't get judged based off of the fucking color of your skin. They do believe that, you know, if a woman gets raped, she should have the right to abort that baby or just have the right to abortion in general. You feel me? But some of y'all are just really, really entrapped in that in that alt-right, far-right pipeline, man. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I love y'all so much. Marso Mafia the game. Marso Mafia the squad. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man. Deuces.